Hi guys, greetings and good morning. You're onto Augustine, and I'm reaching out to you from Nigeria. So welcome to my broadcast. Today I'm going to talk about the summary of yesterday's mass adoption meeting. Yesterday was the first mass adoption meeting we had for the year 2023, and really it was wonderful. I really enjoyed it, and there are a few things that the admin talked about, which, as much as possible, I'm going to highlight. Now, the first thing that I'll talk about is everything that starts well will definitely end well if you are consistent. Yesterday's turnout was really outstanding, on the fact that for the past 6 years we've been in existence, we've not been able to have up to 1,000 people. And yesterday we had over 1,000. In fact, we had as much as 1,500 or even 2,000, but the room could only accommodate 1,000 people, and that was so exciting. So I had given a warning to those that were within my influence in my country, Nigeria, and I made them understand that they should come in some minutes before time. But most of them called my bluff. They thought I was exaggerating or joking, and they decided to just relax. And then when it was some minutes past 12, they came in. But guess what? The room was locked. There wasn't space anymore. That was the very first thing that really made me excited, that we are waking up. Humanity is waking up to the consciousness of there is a private society that is not consenting to the elite control and manipulation to their microchip. Humanity are becoming aware of our community, and a number of them are coming in. I'm excited about it. That's the very first one. Secondly, it's a call to everybody who will listen to this broadcast to take our community very serious. You know why? Because we are getting more organized. And I would also crave your indulgence to do well to listen to leaders who have the heart for this TBC community. Some leaders are wolves in sheep clothings. And as we move into a new rebranded system, most of these leaders will be filtered out naturally. You are going to find out how. Don't ask me how. All right, that's by the way. Now, let's move to the main thing. The administration, the first thing the administration talked about, of course, he welcomed us and then everyone exchanged pleasantries and all that. Now, he said one thing. The very first thing he said is we are becoming very organized now and we're going to be very serious. This year, there will be no BS. This year, there will be no nonsense. Now, if you are willing to stay in the community, be ready to follow through to the end. So on this note, I'll share my screen and then I would try as much as possible to replicate what the administration did yesterday in my own words, please, in my own words. So please, if you're just tuning into my broadcast, do well to like, share, subscribe. It's going to be part of social proof so that the community can hear what you guys need to know, you know. So I'll be going to my Kringle Cash back office now. And before I will continue from where I stopped, if you'd notice, these numbers has really gone down. It was 541, yeah, 541 million. And then it's now 530. And it means that everybody that are supposed to get their 2000 TBC should have gotten it by now. So I do not know how many we're going to be when we are moving into a new rebranded system. But just know that we are in for serious business. That's food for thought. Secondly, have you paid your subscription fee? If the answer is yes, and you're in the administrative cadre, I don't mean to sound funny, but I want you to listen. And please take my information with sincerity of heart, with the heart of a child. Don't get offended when I try to advise as a leader, okay? If you are in the administrative cadre, the best way to survive this year is paying a yearly subscription. At least pay 6 months, at least. The reason why I'm saying so is because there will be a lot of upgrades this year. The support team will not seek your consent before they act. When they act and it happens that you were not prepared and your subscription fees within the time the maintenance is taking place, you lose your account and you will go to the billionaire level. This is food for thought. I would advise everyone who is in the administrative cadre to make sacrifices, because if you're able to make the sacrifice this year in the administrative cadre, you are golden. And I tell you that next year, it's going to be much more easier. If you are fortunate to be able to get your first match, which is in a few days from now, and you get your double by June, those in the administrative cadre, core team and backup team respectively, and then you are able to also see the quadruple match by December, I think you've made a fortune. For the rest of your life, you are covered. Food for thoughts. If you think it's a joke and you are caught unawares, well, at least I gave that warning. So the administration talked about this. He said we need to stick. Each and every one of us has to stick. If you're coming into the community and you are not willing to stick, this is not a quick gratification system. It's a system that would build you into becoming a billionaire. We are more or less like an organization. We are more or less like, I don't know if to say we are an institution, but our institution is private, not under the outside influence. So if you fall off any of these trains, you'll find yourself in this train. That was what the administration talked about, and that everybody should do well not to fall off this train. And I tell you that a good number of people has fallen off. Over 50 people has fallen off from the core team, backup team, and rotator team since this year came in. And a number of people will still fall, especially those that built their foundation on a lie. Time shall tell. So now he also said that this is it. He talked about this, that the millionaire and the billionaire programs are a lifetime stewardship. So always take note of this, not ownership, stewardship. You see, this billionaire promo that we are coming into this year is going to emphasize a whole lot about lifetime stewardship. So many people are going to work, and when they work and they are not consistent with their work, they would find out that their efforts has been compromised. I don't want to go into details. Let me hold on yet till the administration talks about it in our mass adoption meeting tomorrow. But the point is that whatever you are getting from the community belongs to the community, and it is given to you as a reward for efforts made. It is your responsibility to see to it that you consolidate whoever it is that are coming into the community. Consolidation means they have to understand what you are doing. The ability to replicate as a leader must be something that the TBC community will get in this year, 2023. The 2023 promo the administration is going to bring out is going to talk in details about lifetime stewardship. So every reward you are getting, you have no right to say, of course, I bought it with my money, so why would the administration take my coins from me? No. You are going to know more about it when we begin our 2023 promo, which should begin most likely tomorrow. The administration will talk about how our new rebranding will look like. It's going to hint or go in details about our 2023 promotion, and a whole lot will unfold, and then there will be room for questions and answer. So that's the first. Now, the second thing the administration talked about is the fact that we're going to be having several goodwills. Yeah, he said we're going to be having several goodwills this year. He also said that for the past, since we started Goodwill, which is most likely last year, although we've been doing Goodwill previously, but then we went into full force this last year that just ended, which is 2022. He said that we tried our best to make sure we did Goodwill in a good number of countries. At least we were able to do Goodwill in over 6 or 7 countries last year or more. I don't have record of it. Refer back to our Kringle Cashback office under Goodwill. You see the number of countries. Some countries like Nigeria has enjoyed Goodwill twice. Countries like Cameroon has enjoyed Goodwill 3 times. Countries like Ivory Coast has enjoyed Goodwill twice or so. The point is that a number of countries has enjoyed Goodwill, but now admin wants to expound on Goodwill this year. So we are going to allocate 10% of our revenue to Goodwill. Of course, the administration will give up 5% of his revenue, and then the members of the community will also give up 5%. Initially, we do enjoy 50% for every person we invite to the community, and the person makes an active commitment by paying a subscription fee. This time, it wouldn't be 50% anymore. It becomes 45% on both sides. 10% will be allocated to goodwill. And when we did an estimate of the amount, it was roughly 150,000. If I'm not wrong, $150,000. So that will be allocated to goodwill. And the administration also said that he's going to appoint Privy Council members that are going to oversee this goodwill. And already there are 3 Privy Council members, respectively, our Chief Justice of the Krenko Private Society, in the person of Ambassador Bay Derrick. He's a friend, he's a brother to me, and we get along quite well. How coincidental, you know. And then myself, Augustine, who is also an ambassador for the Krenko Private Society Nigerian chapter, and also a member of the Privy Council. And then a friend and a brother also in the name of Amechi Eke, who is a member helper of this Krenko Private Society, and also a counselor in our community who is in the Privy Council as well. This has been the 3 people in the community, and then lately the administration invited 2 more people who are also good friends and brothers in the person of Kyle Dasha, who is a doctor in the United States. His title is the doctor. I'm not so sure about whether he's a doctor or not, but I know that he's a child of God. That's the part that I know very well. And he's someone that has the love of God and the fear of God, and he has passion for humanity. That's what I also know there. Then Brother Innocent Keba, who is also a brother and a friend, who is the ambassador for Ivory Coast, is also now a Privy Council member, which is beautiful. The 5 of us are going to coordinate for the TBC community, at least for now. And when it pleases the administration, he invites more people to join us as he sees or deems it necessary. To be very clear, the Privy Council are working at the pleasure of the administration of the Krenko Private Society. Based on directives given to them, they implement it to see that everything works well. To be also clear, the coin of the Krenko Private Society and how it's going to be worked upon is going to be on a democratic note. But how the administration will coordinate the community is going to be not a private way, sorry, not a democratic way. It's going to be done, I think, from a monarchy point of view. For instance, everybody that has been appointed as a Privy Council member is a lifetime role, lifetime responsibility, except otherwise, except proven otherwise. What I mean by otherwise is, in the event of time, someone is found to work contrary to the rules of the Krenko Private Society. And such kind of contrary rules is when found misappropriating funds, when found involving in illicit activities. These are the things that will cause a Privy Council member to be compromised. But of course, before those people were picked, they has been tested, trusted, and proven to be competent to handle this responsibility that they have found or they will find themselves in, you know. For us, yeah, and then for those who are coming in, yes, also. So the point I'm driving at is the Privy Council will oversee how the TBC community will go this way as regards goodwill. For now, that's the very first responsibility given to us, because the administration wants to do goodwill very well this year. It wants to make sure that so many people around the world enjoy goodwill. So many countries that we have not yet looked into. So many countries that hasn't come into our radar, the Privy Council will look into it. And the administration also said that for every country, the Privy Council should take time to find out who are the leaders that are qualified to become ambassadors. So the Privy Council will look into such and then will appoint ambassadors in these countries. And of course, CJ will preside over it. And then the administration endorses. That's how it's going to look like, you know. Now, going forward, the administration also said that for every goodwill that will be taking part in any country, there will be 3 representatives. The first is going to be the ambassador. The second is going to be a kind of treasurer, who is going to be having access to those funds, and then the ambassador and a member of a privy council will be having access. That is, they would know what is inside the purse. They would know what is inside the treasury. And the privy council member is going to act like a procurement officer. That's how he's going to act. And procurement officers see that whichever organization they are working for gets value for money. That's it. So for every goodwill that is being taking place or that is being carried out, the privy council member oversees to be sure that things are done properly. Even though I find myself as a member in the privy council, when it's time for goodwill for Nigeria, I cannot act in two capacities at the same time. So I must let go of one of my responsibilities or my title. I don't know if to call it a title, but I would not hold on to an ambassador and as a privy council. I would work with either of them. So in Nigeria, I would act as an ambassador, and then there will be another privy council member who will oversee the goodwill in Nigeria. And then we would also appoint a treasurer. The treasurer that will be appointed will be someone that is accepted by myself, the privy council member, and also the members in that country. That's exactly how it's going to be. Because apart from the fact that privy council is not under the decision of the community, the treasurer has to be the people's choice. Because if it is someone that has a fraudulent activity or a fraudulent lifestyle, someone that is not trusted, the people will kick against it. And of course, it will also speak bad about the ambassador. So the treasurer is someone that has to be trusted and tested and that is competent enough to manage that position. So these are the three people that will be managing and seeing to it that goodwills across the world is done, especially through the Kringle Private Society. Now, which other thing did the administration talk about? The administration also said that every individual that is in this community should be willing to pay the price and grow the community, because most people are not happy with the fact that we are getting a box and 19 cents. A number of people are just, they made a whole lot of deliberations, and some people made some suggestions that looked beautiful at face value. But when you look into it, you do find out that majority doesn't actually mean the right answer. You see, the elite has really taken time to deceive us, to think that majority carries the votes. From my exposure in this community, I've come to understand that the majority opinion are usually not the best. And this is the reason why so many people are not cool with the administration, because he does not go with majority opinion. He picks the opinion that is going to be to the benefit of the community globally, collectively. And the administration had reviewed and done his proper estimates, done statistical analysis, and seen that if he goes beyond what he's giving, it would cause something to go wrong if the community does not act as they should, if the community does not grow as they should, if the community should shrink and he does more than what he's giving now, it's going to be a problem to the community. So he insisted that it's going to be $1.19, at least for now. Yeah, so many people brought in suggestions that were reasonable, and a good number of people wanted it. But I can tell you the truth. How many people are really building this TBC community? Out of the 1,000 people that may be in the community, less than 5% are building. So most people are only interested in what will I eat? What will I eat? I need back my money. I've been putting my money. I want my money back. At least let me be able to have a certain amount of my money back. And that's the majority mindset. I'm sorry to say this, but that's the truth, at least from what I've seen. Now, I do not know about from your own side, but from my own side, most people are like, I've been putting in, I want to get back a little of it. I want to get a substantial amount of it. That's the problem. No one wants to pay the price. The administration said it clearly that for you to become a billionaire in the community, you must have to pay the price. And if you are on the core team, on the backup team, and on the rotator team, don't think that that is all. If you are on that team and you do not do what you are supposed to do, the tendency of you falling out is also there. So don't feel so comfortable there and then just relax. You don't do the needful. For myself, I don't have to wait for last minute. For myself, I'm not going to touch the match that the administration will give me. The equal match, the double, and the quadruple. Of course, for me to touch it, then that means I have to be able to withdraw a certain amount to pay subscription fee. So I'm not actually depending on TBC to move forward. There are a number of other things I'm also involved in, but my heart is in TBC. I want TBC to succeed. And when TBC succeeds, I have also succeeded. If TBC fails, I failed. But I know that at the stage TBC is now, TBC cannot fail. It can only get stronger, work stronger and stronger. So in summary, this is what the administration discussed about yesterday in our mass adoption meeting. And a number of people asked several questions. I can't go into those details of questions. And I would actually give us a call to be present in the meeting tomorrow. There will be another mass adoption meeting, which will be the second mass adoption meeting. If you ask me, the second mass adoption meeting, which is what we'll be having tomorrow, is going to be very, very important. We need at least 1,000 people to be there again, and let it be a habit. And let the mindset of a billionaire. Billionaires has two major habits. One, they do not delay in paying bills. Two, they keep to timing. This is what billionaires do. They do not delay in paying bills. Two, they keep to timing. When you tell them it's 6 o'clock, they are there 5 minutes before 6. If we're able to adopt this mindset, I can give you a guarantee that success will be yours as long as it pertains to becoming a member or a billionaire in our Kringle Private Society. Remember what I said. If you are in this community this year, you must work. If you are in this community intending to take part in the competition, you must learn to replicate. If you are not willing to replicate, I am not sure that you would be qualified to get the reward that will be given to you by the administration. This is all I will say for now. Thank you very much if you've listened to me to this point. I'll be bringing this meeting to a close. And if you people are watching me, and it's a pleasure having you guys. So if you have any questions, please do well to ask. If there are no questions, then do well to like, share, subscribe, till I'll be coming your way again some other time. So I'm going to give another few seconds. If there are questions to ask, if there are no questions, then I think that'll be all. So let's see how it goes. All right, it appears that there are no questions. So it appears this individual has taken a liking for my channel. Each time I'm live, this person always makes sure that she never misses a single of my video. And I think it's a mindset, which is a good one. So do keep it up, madam. And then this is my friend also, Oja Global Digital Assets, though I don't know your name. So thank you very much for you making your comments, and I do appreciate. So till I come your way again some other time, cheers and God bless you. Please do well to like, share, subscribe. Also, don't miss tomorrow's meeting, 4 p.m. West African time. God bless you. Bye for now.